We've been talking about emotional awareness, starting off with self-awareness of what's going on within ourselves. We're driving our own car. You remember I used the analogy of race car. We're driving it down the road of life. What's going on within ourselves? We also want to know what's going on with other people as they're going down the road of life, because we're going down the road of life together. And so we need to understand what's going on with other people. I want to dig a little bit more into that, about how do we do that productively. Last week I talked about our emotional expression, our self-expression. So what's going on with ourselves and how are we meeting the world that way? I want to talk a little bit today about what they call in the EQI 2.0 model, they call it the interpersonal composite. There's three parts of that. That's interpersonal relationship, empathy, and social responsibility. Today, I want to focus on empathy. Empathy is something you'll hear a lot about if you're out there. If you're listening to me, I'm assuming you're interested in emotional intelligence. You're going to hear a lot about empathy. And it can be kind of confusing. I know sometimes, maybe growing up, we've heard about sympathy, about feeling sorry for other people. Empathy is a little bit different. I really like the way Brene Brown described empathy is crawling into somebody's well. So if somebody's having a hard time, imagine they're at the bottom of a well. And they don't need somebody to come and say, I'm sorry you're having a hard time. Why don't you come on up out of that well and be with us? That's kind of what sympathy is a lot of times. Empathy, and what really helps with our relationships, is somebody who doesn't try to fix it, who doesn't try to make it all better. Maybe we'll get to that point later in our relationship, but really that can just be with us. Somebody who can say, I am so sorry you're going through this time. How can I be there for you? This really stinks. Or maybe even just having their presence, not even speaking, but just being there so people know that, hey, they can count on you and you're connected to them emotionally. When you can show up that way, people will trust you a little bit more. That will produce even stronger relationships as you drive down the road of life, and you can spend time with people in that way. People don't have to go, oh my goodness, here they come. They're going to tell me all about how they're feeling, or they're going to tell me what I should do. But somebody who's going to say, hey, they care about me. They care about what's going on in my life, and they can just be with me. They can be close to me without being scared by my emotions. That's what empathy is. I want you to try to think about that this week. Hopefully you're doing that well already, and if you are, awesome, congratulations. If not, try that. Try when somebody's having a hard time, not to give them advice, not to try to cheer them up, but just to be with them. I think you'll find it really helpful. I think you'll find that it builds those relationships. And again, as we're driving down the road of life, we're driving with others. That's what it's all about, is doing that productively together. Thanks, and have a great day.